bring the band in. Woo! Well, all right. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're back with Between Rounds. We're with the Misfit Bryce Meredith. We're talking about NCAA Big Ten wrestling. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
You excited about this?
Yeah, Big Ten's always fun. I always joke that the Big Ten wasn't the Big Ten when I was there because I would smoke all of them and only lost to like one guy in the Big Ten my entire college career. But most of the other time and every other weight, it's a collision course.
Well, it's become now like really the measuring stick, right?
Yeah.
For wrestling, like so many good people, so many national champions. Not as the only place to come out of, but consistently, if you come out of that Big Ten conference strong,
Yeah.
you're going to show up well in the tournament.
Yeah. A lot of times people have, just as rough or harder Big Ten tournaments than a national one, just the way it plays out.
Yeah, a couple of those guys from Nebraska, somebody didn't finished fourth. I think the 57 Antrell Taylor finished like fourth at Big Tens and then ended up being the national champion.
Yeah.
So that says, I guess, all you need to say about the depth of the Big Ten. And it's at Penn State, right? Happy Valley this year.
Yeah.
Home meet for them.
Home meet.
Have you ever been there?
I have been a couple times. I never wrestled at Penn State because the one time I wrestled Bo Bartlett, it was during COVID. So we did it like in a hotel lobby. It's really weird, but it was COVID. So, and like nobody was there. So they just like rolled out a mat. So that was kind of fun. But obviously I've been there a couple times, worked out in their room a couple times is all. But yeah, never like Bryce Jordan or nothing. So that it seems like a fun place.
I would love to go see that. It
Yeah.
seems like it's just nuts. Obviously, with the great culture they have there,
Yeah.
it's going to be a good tournament. So let's start at 125.
Let's do it.
Who you got?
All right, who do I got? I think like Lilidol is pretty tough right now. My boy Jory Volk, he's the 5 seed. This year's been okay from Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he can go in there and just kind of shake some stuff up. He shook stuff up at the national tournament, whatever the year that he All-American for Wyoming. So
Yeah. Ohio State, I think, is kind of a dark horse for me to get in that second place. I mean, Nebraska is got a strong team too, but Buzakis and Lilidol had a tough match. Sudden victory, got a takedown, sudden victory. But man, Lilidol just seems like it's too much.
Yeah.
He was great as a freshman. He's kind of grown into himself as a sophomore, and he's rolling through people. All-American. He finished third last year. It wasn't like he had a rough year his freshman year. 15-0 this year with a win over Buzakis. I think it's going to be his tournament. You got it. Who's your surprise sleeper for that one? Do you have one?
Yeah, I think another sleeper that'd be a fun one is that Aiden Smith.
Oh, yeah.
From Rutgers.
Yeah.
I trained at Rutgers for a little bit. I had a good time with those guys that year that I was in New Jersey. So I don't know. Maybe there's a little bias in that too, just like seeing them, because they're always kind of that middle of the pack. There's the Big Ten.
Yeah, but they always have great wrestlers.
Yep.
Popping out of there as individuals.
Yeah.
And a solid team. Obviously, they have a really good team.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go Jory Volk and what did I say? They're right there. Aiden Smith.
Yeah.
As like two little dark horses to kind of mix up on the two.
Yeah. It'll be fun to watch because the tournaments never go like you think.
Yeah.
You always think you got it, or the tendency is to pick the favorites.
Yeah.
And then somebody pops out of there and makes some noise.
Totally. And of course, like we've had it for a couple of years now, but those 3-point takedowns, the matches can just switch so drastically if something weird happens.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it all the time. Like you can slip on a banana peel and if you give up 3 points.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I mean?
Dynamic. Do you like what it's done for the sport?
I think it's great. I think people should still commit to top wrestling a little bit more than they have. Like I understand that because of 3-point takedown, you can wrestle kind of more just care about being good on your feet, which is like that is what wrestling is. But a takedown and putting somebody on their back is worth 7 points if you get that done.
Yeah.
That's a ton of points. Like
that's a lot.
Like we even jokingly said it like in my match this weekend. Like that's 7 points. Freestyle, the ref only awarded me 2.
Yeah.
Which was a mistake. But it's like it's just crazy how the point system can be thrown out there. And yeah, play the game. There's a rule set.
Well, you can try to take advantage of it. I like it that from a crowd because I don't have the experience that you have and haven't been around it, but it is more dynamic and it is more like, hey, one thing changes it all. And then you get into the big moments in the big tournaments and it's 2-1.
Yep.
Now it can be 3-1 and you can still win that thing.
Yeah, I mean, now it's like you could be sitting there searching for a major decision.
Yeah.
And the guy gets a takedown into this or whatever, and you're almost losing.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. My brain, I still have such a hard time, like, I don't do the math correctly when I'm watching it because I'm thinking of two ones, this and other stuff, and you're like, oh wait, this guy's like right there. Like this match is in so that's pretty cool.
You're out of it and you're not.
Yeah,
out of
not
it.
even close.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, 133. The returning national champion Lucas Bird's got to be the favorite in this division, but Marcus Blaze has been fantastic this year.
Yeah. I mean, I guess what we do have to talk about here, just in general, before we even go through all these, is the seeding criteria that's been a little bit weird for this Big Ten stuff. They have this new criteria where they go head-to-head is worth 25 points, common opponent 25 or whatever. And sometimes I think this kind of happens a lot with the coaches ranking, how they do that too. Sometimes if you try to put too many numbers and you try to quantify everything, it shows that it's not correct.
Yeah.
And there's just people that are, undefeated, returning champs, and they're like the 2 or the 3 seed when they have a win over somebody. I think that's at 57 or 65 when we'll get there. But that is one main thing that we have to it's just crazy how some of the seeds landed.
Yeah.
And sometimes for me, it's kind of if you're 1 or 2, it's kind of whatever, you know what I mean? But it does make a big difference for those 3, 4, 5 guys.
Well, you can hit a style that's very difficult for you.
Yeah.
You've seen it your whole career. Like this kid that everybody else, all your friends beat, and then you go with him, he gives you a hard time. You don't want to pull that in the first round.
Yep.
When you're the number 1 or 2 seed. Yeah, that's weird. It seems almost it's not easy, but it seems like, hey, it's simple.
It does seem
this
simple.
is the guy. This is number 2. This is number 3.
Yeah.
And while it might get a little jumbled, it seems like common sense should take over.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times too, what they're doing now is they're trying to punish the people that took some matches off.
Yeah.
And I do understand that too, because sometimes it is annoying when they go, when the guy hasn't really wrestled anybody that year, they've avoided him and stuff, and they're like, yeah, but he was good last year. Or yeah, but we know he is good. And it's like, well, yeah, but it's a new year, so you do have to have some numbers on it, but some of the numbers are
We're not using
crazy.
Historical references.
Yeah.
We're going up with the most recent data that we have.
Yeah, totally.
So Lucas Bird's got to be the favorite for this. He's a senior. He's wrestled a long time there, experience, and had a great run last year in the tournament.
Yeah, Lucas is fun, and I don't know, I just kind of became a fan of him just watching his TikToks and stuff with his tall girlfriend. So for me, it's like
Cormier, look, that's Lucas Bird's girlfriend.
Look at her. Look, yeah.
She's 6 feet 7 inches tall.
Yeah, so for me, I don't know why, but I am I'm wanting him to win. So that'd be nice.
But that Marcus Blaze, I think he's going to be great. Who is undefeated this year, right? Or did he lose once?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he was undefeated.
Yeah.
That sets up as a great one too. But Davino from Ohio State is only lost once to Blaze, and it was a tough match. So I think that's going to add in there.
Yeah.
Do you think Ayala can do anything? It seems
hard.
like he's had such a tough year this year.
Yeah, it's just, and I mean, once again, it's kind of hard. He was in the match against Jax Forrest, whatever, but then it turns into he gets put on his back in a scramble, and then the match just blows up.
Yes.
So it's sometimes it's almost kind of getting to freestyle where it's you look at a score and you're like, oh, this guy beat this guy 15-2. It's yeah, but it was one takedown match until it blew up.
Yes.
And so for me, the recency bias of watching him get beat so bad by Jax Forrest, it kind of makes it hard for me to think that he's going to win the Big Ten.
Yeah.
But
I forgot that he was a national runner-up.
Yeah, he's a national finalist.
Yeah.
So once again, history shows that if you can show up and you can tighten those bolts at the end, that means a lot that you've proven that you can do that to yourself and other people.
Yeah,
so.
he's been there.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a far-fetched that he goes, but those 4, that's a pretty good bracket right there.
Yeah.
God, that's tough to run.
Yeah, that's not even with the other, 33 is obviously in the nation. It's great. And they're all young for the most part, too. There's
Jax Forrest is.
There's 3 or 4 that are super young and then 3 or 4 that are older, and it's whoever wins that.
Do you think experience, I've noticed it a lot in doing research because, I love wrestling, but kind of new to it. So it's fun to listen to you guys talk about it. How is it that those kids are so good, so young? Freshmen coming in and just wrecking house.
I mean, I guess you have to give a lot of credit to the RTC. Just these kids, they can be in college programs pretty much from a young age, and social media, the access to knowledge now, they can watch the best. When I was in school, I didn't even really know. I barely even knew Jordan Burroughs won the Olympics because you couldn't even watch him on the national level,
Yeah.
like on the world level, and or his first world championships, you couldn't even watch like live.
Yeah.
So for me, I just felt like it felt so far away. And as you know, in sports, once you actually grab some people, the first time you might do it, they'll be overwhelming. You're like, wow, these guys are so good. You spend a month with somebody, then you go, they're just another man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. And these guys are getting that feel at like 16 years old. These guys are wrestling hard with them. And it's, as we know, like once you kind of realize that every man is a man and he can bleed.
Yeah.
And these kids are, and sometimes I think even the younger kids, they're almost more delusional.
Yeah, they don't care. They're like, I'm gonna
they
beat
still
him.
have that, like, I mean, that's why you go to war at 18, right? It's because you can convince a
That shit
kid.
crazy. You
Yeah.
don't care.
Like, it almost seems like a lot of times people almost go down as they get older, you know what I mean? Because they kind of start figuring out their life, and maybe their dream isn't as important as they once thought it was to
They've
them.
seen some of the cracks. They've
Yep.
seen some of the pain that comes from it, and they're more aware of the negative side.
Yeah.
Hard to stay strong. Almost, and not dumb, like not kids are dumb, but it's almost better to not be aware of those things.
For sure.
Just go into your battle clear-headed and not worried about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's going to be a fun division to watch. Do you have a prediction for that one? I got to go. I think Lucas Bird has had such a great year, 17-0. I think Marcus Blaze, that's going to be it. That Penn State culture, the way people perform in big moments, I'm super interested to see
Yeah.
how he comes through, because it's brand new for him, but he's obviously been a linchpin in that lineup all season. I really am interested to see this bracket play out. It seems super fun to me.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know why, but just maybe because I see Lucas Bird more on social media, so it's like
We both got Bird in this one. Then.
Yeah, let's go Bird.
All right, 141. Man, you got to start and end almost with Jesse Mendez. Has a crazy year.
I think he might be able to go win a world title this year in all of it. He's hit a level that's
I was
pretty
gonna ask you
intense.
about the Hodge Trophy, because I don't really understand. I listened to some stuff and read some stuff, and I feel like almost more confused than I was when I started.
Yeah.
How do you pick that? Because he has had one of those runs this year. Him, Messenbrink, maybe Josh Barr. Those three guys have been like sort of above the field.
Yeah.
So how do you determine who wins the Hodge Trophy?
That's one where it gets weird too, because does it become a popularity contest at some point first? And then second, do you kind of go off history too, where it's like, if he's been beating the crap out of people for 3 years and he doesn't have a Hodge, so then do we just give it to him? Because, I mean, I think in every sport this has kind of happened a little bit with the MVP. Like, somebody is a clear winner for the MVP, but they won it the year before, so then they give it to somebody else now.
that is weird.
Where they used to not do that as much. Like, they used to give, like, Michael Jordan, like that. Like, this last year in basketball, SGA got it over Jokic, and I saw a joke where it goes, okay, but if aliens came down to Earth and they said, who's your best basketball player? They'd be like, Jokic. And they'd be like, well, and then they go, but this guy's the MVP. And then what's MVP stands for? Most valuable player. But I thought you said he's the best. Yeah. So it's like, I think that's kind of what's happening with the Hodge a little bit too. And
So how do you decide it? Like, what is the?
I don't know. It comes down to a vote.
Do you have like Heisman voters?
Yeah. So it comes down to a vote. So that's where I think it, once again, but if you go too analytical, then it can get weird too, because then a heavyweight most likely would never have as many points put up as a lightweight. So that's where it does have to come to human, not just number based. So, but voting.
Well, he's had a great year, and Brock Hardy was the runner-up last year. Probably is his biggest competition this year. Right?
Yeah. Hardy's still tough. Looks amazing. But dude, I don't know. I don't know how you'd ever bet against Mendez right now. That's for sure.
It seems like kind of a runaway choice. It brings you to Braden Davis, because we talked about this a little bit, but Penn State has so much spotlight on them, and deservedly so. But Braden Davis had a rough year at 41, and is he even going to be on all? Like, he was the question at All-American last year when they made that 10 All-American run. Man, it's rough for him this year at 41. Is he just too small, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a mixture of those two things, right? Like, he's already right on the edge.
Yeah.
And being an All-American is so hard as it is. And then if you have to go up a weight, or like, you know what I mean? If you just add one more variable in there, you can go from being second to 12th if you just add one different variable to
I wonder how
everybody.
he feels being part of team. He had a match with somebody that got kind of a scuffle with him.
Yeah, I actually can't remember which one that was. But he looked pissed off.
He looked frustrated about his life in general at that
Yeah.
point. Like, not necessarily at the guy. He got stuck by some. Oh, it was Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
It was Hardy.
Yep.
It got pinned by Hardy, and then and Hardy's just like seems like as nice a guy as you could meet.
Yeah.
And Braden went off.
Oh, yeah. Because he tapped him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like rubbing his belly or
Yeah.
trying to help him
Well,
up.
he like tapped his shoulder, his head, or something.
Yeah.
Braden got pissed off, which is fine. Like I get it.
Yeah, totally.
I didn't feel like it was condescending, but how do I know? I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it kind of did what, like, I mean, I remember when Bo would do that. He'd always help everybody up, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of nice, but also, as a grown
What do you
man,
mean? Yeah.
as a grown man, get off of
Leave me alone.
Yeah. So,
fighting is the worst.
Yeah.
Like you get something bad happens, and the guy comes over and lays on you and hugs you. It's like, bro, you got
hugs you, he's trying to lift your hand up and stuff. You're like, dude, get off me.
Please just leave me alone for a
Yeah.
minute. Like,
Yeah, I don't like that stuff. I'm not a sore loser by any means. I always shake the other coach's hands in wrestling and every stuff, but I'm not there to
no.
be your buddy.
Well, especially if you lost and you're having some
Yeah.
really dark looking moments into your own soul.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone just for a minute, please.
Yeah, and that's like, I guess, kind of what we're saying. Just the pressure that he kind of feels, I bet, like when you have 8 teammates that can maybe be national champs,
Yeah.
and you're an All-American and you're like the worst.
You're the weak link.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I guess, right?
And I don't say that in a demeaning way.
No,
I'm
not
just
at
like,
all.
you're the
Yeah.
person that's the lowest ranked.
Yeah.
Have the
Yeah.
hardest
Yeah.
time.
When you're on a team and getting third at nationals makes you the worst. It's pretty insane. So,
Crazy. What about Nasir Bailey? He went to Iowa from Arkansas Little Rock. He's pretty tough.
yeah.
He was an All-American at 33. Had a tough loss to Hardy. You think he can make any noise in there?
Yeah.
Seems
I
like
think so.
Iowa's had some struggles this year.
Yeah. They kind of always have a little bit of a struggle. I don't know.
Is that just their nature?
I don't know what it is. I mean, because a lot of times people think it's like, oh, because they overtrain them and they do the Iowa style. But from what I've heard, that's just like not true.
Yeah.
Like they don't have these insanely long, hard practices. It's not like this Dan Gable idea that like, oh, they're just getting beat into the dirt and that they got to change their ways. So what I've been told, I don't know, but so it's just I don't know, maybe something kind of like we're saying too. A lot of times they pick people up maybe later in their career too. I don't know. I think maybe after you give people All-American and throw them a bag of money and stuff, they just naturally you kind of maybe.
What's the old boxer saying? It's hard to get up and run when you're sleeping on silk sheets.
Totally.
You know. So who you got there? You got to go with Mendez, don't you?
Yeah, for me, I mean, yeah, like even when you talk about everybody else, you're kind of just acting as if what they can do for second or third.
It would have to be. I think it would be a huge upset.
Yeah.
If somebody beat Mendez, and might be the wrong thing because he's going to come back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
At nationals anyway. All right, 49. You got Shane Van Ness. And it seems like almost a pretty one-sided division as well. You know, almost like 41. He's had a great year, 2-time All-American.
Yeah, I mean, I wrestled with Shane Van Ness when he was a high schooler, and he was as good as I ever wanted a high schooler to be. He was tough. So for me now to think of him, 3-4 more years later, and at a Penn State wrestling room and all this kind of stuff, he's wrestling good.
Yeah, he is. I don't even know, like, talk about Ethan Styles and Zargo Frost, but I think it's going to be Van Ness.
Yeah,
Up and away.
yeah, that one's
All right, 57. Antrell Taylor is defending national champion, 18-2. They lost to Cannon from Oklahoma State. Not Oklahoma State, Ohio State, OSU.
Yep.
And this one seems like PJ Duke's there, had a great freshman year. What do you see happening in this division?
This is the one that's the weirdest one for the seeding, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, you have a guy that lost to the number 7 seed, and he's the number 1 ranked seed. Like, what are we talking about here? I think that's like gets a little bit weird.
Well, and Cannon Webster's pretty good too. He's young from Illinois. He's 12-2. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
These guys are all like just very, that's Cannon Webster's the same guy that upset Van Ness last year at the tournament. So
Yeah, Webster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and it's like, I don't have the bracket, but you got to start looking at the seeds too. So when they mess up on the seeds, then it can change the bracket so much earlier than it's supposed to, right? Or whatever. And if the matchup between the 4 and the 1 is weird, or the 4-5, that's so yeah. We just got to kind of keep our eye on that. And like we've said, this one could easily be changed.
Yeah.
Like these seeds go to like pretty much a coach's call, and it has to be within a reason, but they can they can get the seeds changed this week.
Oh, they can.
Yes, they can.
Oh.
So there's going to be a couple brackets that I think are going to change
Shift
in this
around.
next week, especially, I mean, I don't know of much, but I've just seen a couple people being like, what the hell is going on with the Big Ten seeds?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have enough time to see exactly what they were all saying. But if everybody's saying that, Kel Sanderson has been a little bit more vocal about some of that stuff too, which you don't see him kind of complaining.
Yeah.
He's complaining a little bit more. And so I got to imagine if he complains or if he doesn't, he might just say, you guys figure it out. And this is what we want to do but we're going to see some changes in these seeds.
Yeah.
And that's going to
Well,
kind of
that's
flip
gonna
some stuff.
like you say, the middle of the pack. It makes it a lot harder for those guys.
Yeah.
You know, the ones and the twos. Sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah.
But they could throw them. I mean, Antrell Taylor finished 4th in the Big Ten tournament last year before he won nationals. So I think this one. I like PJ Duke, and I think what's his name, Kasak. This was his division last year.
Yep.
And he's not even in there. That's scary to think about the depth that they have there. Myers Shapiro is 57, right?
Yeah. And, he's 57. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of the Cornell and with Larkin and stuff. But yeah, that was the 49-pounder.
And Larkin's in this one too?
Not in Big Tens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's out.
No,
but,
but I mean just as a national level.
Yeah. So
like
now,
Shapiro and Larkin.
57 and 33, which both those Larkin brothers are in there. Both those brackets have a lot of people that can.
And a lot of possibilities for
to
shake up.
Yeah. Where it's not like somebody's just like head over here, like head above all the rest.
I
yeah.
agree.
So there's going to be
like at 41, 49, it seems pretty clear. Obviously, things can happen. I'm excited to see this one. PJ Duke's been fun to watch. He's had his only loss was a pretty close loss too.
Yep.
So, man, I can't wait for this one. All right. So 65. All right. I wonder who's going to win this one.
Yeah.
But Joey Blaze is tough.
Yeah. So we got to put that one on there too. We could have the Blaze brothers. We could have them both win.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Messenbrink, obviously, he's
another
he's
one
going to sing his way to the title.
He's another one I'd like to understand about the Hodge Trophy because he's only lost one time in college.
Yeah.
That was for the national championship, so he's been second and 2-time national champion.
Yeah.
Pretty good wrestler.
Pretty good.
And you know,
did you see him singing?
I didn't. Is he a good singer?
It's good, but it was funny.
But not great.
No, it was good. It was good. It was super up close, and he was belting it out and stuff. It was cute, I guess. Yeah, it was funny.
Where'd you see that?
on his Instagram.
Oh,
yeah, you have to go check it out. Clip now.
Disrespect, it's not right to be hellish. I still get. You're too sexy, beautiful, and everybody wants to taste. That's why.
And we're back.
How'd you like it?
Was it all right?
Was it good?
I don't know. It was cool. It's cool. I like people creating. So
I think he brings.
he's having fun.
I was gonna say he brings a lot of joy.
Yep.
I feel like he's happy to be wrestling. He feels it, but he's also super mean spirited when he wrestles. He breaks people.
Yeah.
Like his pace is crazy. I feel like.
Yeah, he's a crazy pace. He knows. I mean, obviously we saw with Jordan Burroughs. Like he was just trying to break Jordan Burroughs and do all that and stuff, and that was crazy. So if he can do that to the King, he didn't win, but he's down to do it with that guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna not
can
let
do it with
anybody
anybody.
out. Yeah. He's gonna cause some. I mean, but of course he's pretty damn good. But yeah, I think Joey. I mean, I like Caliendo too. I think he's always really tough.
Well, he's 0-6 against Messenbrink.
Yeah,
The problem
it's
is
just-
that's
that's
a
the problem.
mental step to get over. He's a great wrestler.
Yep.
He wrestles everybody tough, but Messenbrink seems to have his number. What a great Cinderella story that would be.
Man,
You
like
know what I mean?
0-6, 0-7, and get one done against a
would be
guy that's
amazing.
on that kind of level.
I just see.
It happens.
I think Joey Blaze gets there, and then Messenbrink is too good.
Yep.
But I think he's one of those guys. Like he's the same as the kid at 41. He's just so good. It's gonna be a shock. It'll be like a huge upset if he loses.
Yeah.
All right, 174. What do you think about this one?
So this is kind of the weird one too, where they have Minto as number 1, right?
Do they?
Yeah. So they have Minto at number 1, the number 1 seed. But Levi Haynes hasn't lost either, right?
No. He's
So-
undefeated.
Yeah. Like I said, yeah. There's just kind of some weird
16-0 this year. I mean, I don't know how you put him from. He had a tough match against Minto. It was competitive.
And Minto has lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Levi Haynes.
Okay. Just those two.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then, once again, 1-2. It's not the biggest difference in the bracket, but it's just kind of
But it
weird.
does make you go.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the defending national champ, right?
Defending national champ, undefeated, beat him.
Yeah.
So head to head, it has to have more points if that's the system that they're going by. It's got to be a 40-point weight distributed system, point distribution.
Yeah.
Because right now, whatever it's doing, it's not working.
Yeah.
Because you can be like, oh, well, because what would they score that on? Minto has a harder schedule?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't see how you can do that.
shut up.
I mean, Patrick Kennedy's an All-American last season. He's good. Minto's tough. Carson Karchla. He lost twice to Kennedy this year. So it's kind of one of those divisions where everybody but Levi Haynes is kind of, they're going back and forth.
Yep.
I got to go Haynes in this one. Who do you like?
Let's go Minto. Let's go.
Minto gave him a really hard time.
Memento.
And he lost twice to Haynes and Karchla. Those were his 2 losses.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, not betting it, but we can throw it out there.
You guys do what you want.
PSU, PU. No, I'm joking. You guys
All right.
don't get to win every weight.
It's gonna be.
Well,
they
they
might. They might. All
They
right.
might.
Rocco Welch transferred over from Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
He only lost to Starachi last year.
Yep.
Now he's with the Dark Legions over there, and he looks like he's good. This one seems a little with McAnally, Ferrari, and Dylan Fishback from Ohio State. I feel like this one's a little bit open.
Yeah. So I bet the Angelo Ferrari one moves a little bit, but once again, he didn't really open up his season too much on the Big Ten. He kind of sat out a lot and did that stuff. So this is kind of where you get to that weird one where it's like he's not the 8 seed, but if there's not enough to,
Well, and you don't want him
Compare
in
it.
the first round.
dude.
If you're the number 1, do you
So-
want the 8? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and obviously the number 9 seed, the 8 seed, the 1 seed, you're kind of all sitting there like, well, how'd we get stuck with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it does stay that way, potentially, let's just say that could bust the bracket wide the
open.
heck open. So,
I don't think it would surprise anybody though, right?
No.
Like, Ferrari's good. He had a real tough match with Rocco. Rocco seems to have a nose for winning close fights. I guess as you go heavier, it becomes more important to win those close matches, you know. But man, I'm excited. McAnally's tough. I really like him.
Yeah, like just watching him last year and stuff too. I mean, he could be as good as he wants. That's for sure.
Ferrari's so athletic, like his brothers too. You know, they're so dynamic. They have great possibilities. This one, I don't know. You know, I almost want to pick McAnally to win the thing, but Rocco's tough. And again, this isn't the national championships; it's the Big Ten tournament, so you could lose one and then come back and win the national title too.
Yeah, and all red too. I know his stepdad pretty well.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And
He trained at the lab.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His daughter is married to Silas Allred.
Yep.
And she trained here.
Yes.
And his brother, her brother.
Yeah. So he's been a great guy. So
Yeah, he is a good guy.
hopefully Silas does better.
All right, Silas, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Shots.
All right, 97. Josh Barr has been one of those guys that I was thinking when I was talking about who wins the Hodge Trophy. It was him, Messenbrink, and Mendez for me. Guys that have had just crazy, outstanding. Nobody's close to them a little bit. I know there's close wrestlers, but they seem like they're a little notch ahead of everybody. How do you feel about Josh Barr this year?
Yeah, Josh pretty good.
I mean, he was the NCAA runner-up last year.
So this is one even like a Gabe Arnold being a 13 seed.
Yeah.
That can
Mess things up.
Yeah. There's always a chance for that, which obviously he's a 13 seed because his year hasn't been the best, but I mean, what does that give you? Who do you run into as a 13 seed? You run into the number 3 on the first match and stuff. Yeah, so that could, but yeah, Josh Barr's pretty tough right now.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously, other people can wrestle with him, but I feel like he's the best one. All right. So now that moves us to heavyweight.
bang.
I feel like this thing's wide open. AJ Ferrari, on his 4th college, if you include Iowa, the brief flyby with Iowa, he was an NCAA champ as a freshman, All-American at Cal State Bakersfield. The guy's been all over.
I was like, wait, where was the other one again?
Yeah,
That's crazy. Yeah.
and then Cole Mirasola. Both losses were to the Ohio State heavyweight Feldman, and then Ben Keeter's tough. Iowa All-American last year, only 5-5 this year, but
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. Once again, like, yeah.
I feel like this division could be wide open.
10, yeah. The 10 seed, the this.
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of a lot.
I don't
And
know.
he's pretty tough, so.
Mirsola's a freshman. Like, usually heavyweights, I mean, it seems like they get better older
Yeah.
at heavyweight.
Yeah. Like,
Seems like what we were talking about before, the younger kids are a little bit better at lightweight. I'm not saying that's the golden rule, but it seems like as you're a heavyweight, you look at last year, those guys, you know, Hendrickson, like how old was he? He's 37, I think, or something, you know.
yeah, him and what's his name? Gable both got into college when I was damn near there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're older and obviously they're great wrestlers, but I feel like the heavyweights almost a little more maturity is going to help them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like Gaggiali. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the senior from Michigan. You just told me he was ranked number 1, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because he kind of disappeared in the research that I did. But he's only lost to Bastida and Carroll from Wyoming. And
Shouts out.
So, well, of course.
Yeah.
Who
Shouts
doesn't
out.
lose to Wyoming Cowboys?
Come on. Michigan, PSU, down.
Who you got?
Once again, like, I mean, it's AJ Farr's pretty dang good at wrestling. He's shown that he can wrestle. Shown that he can win. But
What kind of teammate do you think that guy is?
I don't
You
know.
think
It's
people like having him around?
probably not all the time.
Yeah.
I bet he's one, an acquired taste, and two, doses.
Yeah.
As you know, like I like horseradish.
Yeah.
Acquired,
Just not too much.
not too much, or just not all the time.
Not all the time.
Yeah, yeah. So it kind of looks like that way. I mean, the funniest video is when they lost to Penn State and the duel's over and he does the split thing and you just see Brock Hardy sitting over there like, get over here. Like, and he just goes, dang. Because he's got stomped in the duel and he's still like in Bryce Jordan cheering it out. So it's funny. It's funny looking. That's
Well,
for sure.
you think it's hard to root for a teammate when you feel so disconnected. And being at 3 colleges in 3 different years
Yeah,
and threatening a 4th, like he definitely isn't in it for the team experience.
totally. Yeah, yeah. And well, as everybody knows too, it does take longer than 1 year to settle into anything, man. It takes a couple years really for like you to be like, oh wow, this guy is my brother. You might have one or two guys that hit that in that first year, but it takes a long time. And so like that is kind of weird, which we're way off track. But yeah, it's like
No, but it's interesting
matters.
because
Yeah.
he is like one of the big personalities of the wrestling industry.
Yeah.
Like they pin attention to him because it's exciting and weird. It's not normal. So, but I think obviously he could win anywhere. I mean, he has. It feels like doesn't have as much success at heavyweight. He seemed better athletically
Yep.
than when he was lower weighted. Do you feel like that or not?
I do. I think, and we see that in a lot of sports too, where they try to make people like, it's always like weight. Football players like gain more weight. But then, like if you just lose a little bit of why you were that athletic person, it takes a lot away from that. Brandon Harris, my strength coach, we talk about that too. Sometimes where I'm like, man, I want to get way more flexible, and he's like, yeah, of course, like we can always do that. It's in something, but he's like, you're 30 years old. Everything that you've done with like not being as flexible, he goes, you might lose a part of you that makes you that strength or that explosive, which like you can still do all of it. But he goes, it matters. Like if you just start trying to completely change yourself, you start going to yoga every day, you might lose who you are in the process of that a little bit. And people just kind of don't pay attention enough to that too. Like you really see it with football players. Sometimes they make them gain 40 pounds and they become studs.
Yeah.
Sometimes they lose it, man.
Yeah.
And they're just, you can't, it's just, I mean, weight matters.
I wonder if he likes being at heavyweight better. Maybe probably because he doesn't have to cut weight.
Yeah.
I don't think
He likes lifting weights and eating, I bet. So
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? You think you have a favorite in this?
I just haven't watched quite enough of the heavier guys. As always, I just get biased in my size. So it's hard for me to like really throw one out there that's different. I don't know. I'll take what I'll believe you on this one. You're my big guy.
I just have like his record against the other guys in the Big Ten is good. So I think I haven't seen him too much, but I really liked what I saw. He's a big, strong kid, man. I'm excited to see him. Sweet. So that's my upset. Obviously, you can go with Ferrari or Marisola. Keter's going to be good too.
Yep.
I think that's going to be a really competitive division. All right, so that brings us to the end. Who's going to win this thing? I don't think it's a contest. Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be. All right.
Yeah, I mean, Penn State's going to win. most likely they really could have 8 freaking champions. They could have 8 national champions. I was listening to Willie Saylor say that, and he's like, if I just take my emotions out of this, he goes, I'm putting them at 8 champions almost.
Yeah.
Like I would almost bet that they have it. And he goes, of course, is it going to go out that way? No. But he's like, it's just crazy that if I'm looking at it, I can almost see them having 8 champions. So
and realistically,
yeah,
having that many.
which is just insane. So
Well, there's like 4 or 5 that are almost like you can write them down already.
yeah,
And then there's a couple that are they're competitive and going to be tough, but still they have a good chance.
yeah. So I guess I don't know, a little sleeper team too that I'll throw out there just because they have some strong midweights and like we were saying. But Rutgers, maybe they can go out there and disrupt some stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Not win, of course, but you know, everybody's fighting for second, third.
Yeah,
so.
Nebraska had such a great run last year.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to see what they do. And Iowa, like they seem to they've lost a couple of duels this year, and the shine's a little bit off, but they're always tough. They got a bunch of great athletes.
Yeah, and duels do not have
Represent the team.
tournament points at all. So everything can change so much from duels to that, especially if you just have one guy that's out that's injured, or if you let somebody sit for a week. It changes a lot in a duel.
That does. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks, Misfit, for being here.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the tournament. We're going to look forward to seeing it for sure.
Bring the band in.